Are you wondering whether this specific person is your twin flame or not? Are you maybe considering reaching out to a psychic and letting them do the confirmation for you, or maybe even trying the 72-hour twin flame test to see if they're your twin flame or not? Well, today's video covers both of these scenarios and yeah, whether they actually are effective or not in determining if a person is your true twin flame, and yeah, what you can actually do that is 100% effective in this case. So, hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Christine, and I'm a certified ascension coach, which means I lead twin flames into harmonious union. So, today's topic is all about confirming your twin flame because especially I've seen a lot of people lately posting pictures like, oh, do we look like twin flames? Right? And yeah, if you're thinking of doing that, I would suggest not going to the internet where random people can tell you that, because before you let someone confirm your twin flame, be very careful what that person's background is, and do they actually know what they're talking about, which is so important, right? Because it's yeah, like going to somebody who has literally never seen like an apple tree in their life and being like, okay, what kind of tree is that? Right? And they can be like, oh, that's an orange tree, right? But it's actually not, it's an apple tree, and vice versa, right? So yeah, so this leads me to my whole point about psychics confirming twin flames, is that a lot of people aren't attuned to the vibration of twin flames, and psychic can read your current energy. So let's say currently you're at this point of this journey where you're facing you're healing this fear of abandonment. So that's what you're manifesting. And this person that you're exploring a twin flame connection with is also exhibiting those signs. It looks like they're perfectly mirroring you here. So you would go to a psychic at this point and it'd be like, yeah, let's call this person Jimmy, okay? If your name is Jimmy, I'm sorry, it's just an example. Okay, so yeah, you go to a psychic and the psychic is like, yeah, Jimmy is definitely your twin flame, right? Because you've got this, your energy is matching at this point of your spiritual journey. So a while passes, and let's say that you've been healing a lot. You've applied the mirror exercise, perhaps you're receiving support from a twin flame coach that can really guide you to heal those blocks to your union. And you start to notice that Jimmy starts to fade out from your reality. So that's a bit strange, right? Isn't healing supposed to bring your twin flame closer to you? So yeah, you would go to the same psychic even, and the same psychic would say, oh, it's not Jimmy that is your twin flame, it's actually Danny. Right? So you're like, what is going on? And this has happened to a lot of people that I know of. It's like a psychic can read your current energy, but not the divine self. So the divine self is like your soul design, which is where your twin flame always meets you. And your essence, the essence of your soul. And of course, it takes a very experienced divine channel to be able to actually see your divine essence and do that. And most people can't do that. Even if you're a really good psychic, you need to be specifically attuned to that person's divine energy, right? So yeah, and you can't really know if someone can be attuned to that just by looking at them, right? You can be like, oh, that person's a good psychic, but are they a divine channel? Can they tell? You can't really know that based on their words. So yeah, this can definitely happen. And it also happened to me a while back. I went to this person that was really good at what she was doing, very good psychic, excellent at that. And the thing is that she wasn't attuned to the energy of twin flames, right? So she confirmed it in a way that, my false twin flame back then was the person I would marry, the whole thing, you can imagine. But as I did my healing work and actually healed my blocks to union, I started to notice more and more that this person did not mirror me at all. He did not share 90% of my core values, which is a bad sign, right? And especially after 3 years of being together, you'd be like, okay, you've harmonized more, because that's what twin flames do. And especially if at least one of those twin flames has the work and they actually know how to heal separation. But no, the opposite thing happened. So it turns out that person not a twin flame, but I experienced that person as my twin flame in a sense, because That was where I was at on my spiritual journey. And that's what happens with people who have false twin flame experiences. That's where you're at, and it's more compassionate for you to work through your blocks to union with this person instead of your true twin flame. Because yeah, if you have a lot of stuff you haven't healed, your true twin flame is going to trigger you like a ton. And yeah, like you need to start establishing this foundation of inner work first. And yeah, most of the time it's more compassionate to work through those blocks this way with another person, and that's totally fine. It's very common, so it's not the end of the world. So yeah, but yeah, that's why a person can't confirm like on the outside looking at you, because yeah, your current energy matches that person. That's why you manifested them and you're exploring a twin flame connection with them, but they're not the real deal necessarily. So yeah. And the other thing I wanted to say was about the 72-hour test, or all those signs, like set a sign with the universe and like I want to see like 1111 10 times within 72 hours. Right? And that must mean that this person is my true twin flame. And again, this can be tricky in the sense that, yeah, even if it's a false twin flame, you might see this sign because you're guided to explore a connection with this person in order to learn the lessons of your union. So, what you need in order to manifest your true twin flame. So, even if that person is a false twin flame, you might see it because you're guided to go through this experience and heal those things, because there's no other way that is more compassionate for you at this time. And especially if you're not, if you're very attached to the idea of only dating your twin flame, and you're not willing to date a person unless you know it 100% that they're your twin flame, then this might happen also, because you know that's the way for you to come into union. That's the way to your heart's desire. So it's like, yeah, okay, let's confirm that so that you will go through this experience and actually heal what you need to heal, and then boom, your true twin flame is right there. So that's why non-attachment is so important, right? So yeah, personally, I wouldn't base my conclusion on whether someone is my twin flame or not based on just signs or another person saying it, because especially the second one is leaking your power, because you can tell who your twin flame is, and like a person on the outside being able to confirm or deny that someone is your twin flame is a divine miracle. Right? It's nothing short of that. It's, you know, that special. That's not to say that it doesn't happen, but I would refrain from it for the reasons I mentioned, right? Because not everybody's attuned to that, and there's also a deeper reason, which is that it doesn't really serve you to seek confirmation on the outside, because this is a journey in which you need to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and yeah, you can have guidance, of course, but at the end of the day, you're always, it's between you and God, it's between you and your creator. So yeah, if you're, you know, always depending on other people to tell you what to do next and you're not taking in with your heart, you're going to have a hard time on this journey, because there's a lot of like communication between you and the divine of like, oh, let's do this next. That's the next step. And let's go here. Right? And you need to have this established to manifest your union. Otherwise, it's yeah, like a lot of fumbling in the dark, and it doesn't feel good. Your feelings are your guides on this journey. So yeah, it's important to honor that and to, you know, move ahead with this knowledge that what matters most. I really hope you can hear this, but yeah, if you're wondering why they're doing construction at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, I don't even know. So yeah, moving on. Yeah, so what was I saying? I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's why it's important to like get very clear also on your core values and like what your twin flame feels like to you, what their energy feels like, without picturing a specific person, right? And I'm sure many of you meditate, like meditating on your twin flame's energy, really getting to know it. Getting to know yourself, what your values are, what your vision is. And if you're unclear on all those things, you're going to manifest all sorts of people to help you get clear, right? So, and that's not a bad thing. Like sometimes you need the contrast. That's why a lot of people are like on dating apps and just dating people casually, because they want to like get clear at the core. It may not look like this on the outside, but that's the experience that they're calling in. because they're not super clear what they want in a partner, or they just want like very, like, let's say basic stuff, like they might be like, oh, I just want a woman who is like physically beautiful. So yeah, you can get a lot of them, but your twin flame has a lot more characteristics. So, you know, this person in our example might meet a physically beautiful woman that is very rude. So they're like, I don't like that. So I also want my perfect partner to be kind. So they manifest a beautiful woman that is kind, but she has this other thing where she's very lazy, not ambitious at all, and they don't like that. So, you know, keep adding to the list until you have this. Well, I don't think you ever get like a super complete idea, right? Because there's always more to explore as a divine being of yourself, right? And you're not God, so you don't know everything about yourself. Your creator does. But yeah, it's important to be open-minded and keep exploring, and not settle for anything less than your values. And if you would like to learn more about making this list of like your twin flames characteristics, I made a love list video, which you can find up here or link below, depending on how much time I have to edit this video, since today's a bit busy. But yeah, I'll definitely have it linked below if it's not up here. So yeah, making a love list is so important, because that's how you get very clear. Is this person my twin flame? Are they not? And I've been in a union for over a year, but even now, like, I was guided to redo my love list and be more specific and more detailed. And yeah, that's only taking me deeper into the experience of what I'm supposed to experience in my union and what God has designed my union to be. Yeah, so, and there were a lot of things I wasn't going deeper with, a lot of my values. So I'm getting very clear on where I'm not going deeper, so that I can experience it even more, right? Because if they're your values, you want to go deep with them. Because they're like what makes you yourself, like your soul design. So it's very important to get clear on what your values are and what your vision is, right? Because if you have this vision of like a super duper wealthy mansion type of thing, and this person has like, doesn't want that, they seem to just want to live in a cave. A bit of an extreme example, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, most likely there might be a lot of things that are out of alignment here. What happens in this case, you might say? Well, I would suggest that you get very clear on what the value is. Like, why do you desire luxury and why this person desires simplicity? And maybe, you know, at the core you desire the same thing, but like you're expressing it in a different way. So, you know, what happens is that you discuss it and you find out the core value here. And yeah, you figure out that, hey, maybe I don't want like a super luxurious thing, or maybe I do want it, but I want things to be simple. I don't want it to be like super extravagant. Like, you can reach like this conclusion because each of you holds a piece. That's with your twin flame. If it's anybody but your twin flame, you'll notice that there has to be a compromise of some sort. So not a deal. And like, why would you want to just compromise like so much of yourself to be with a person? Because at the end of the day, it's way too expensive, right? In terms of your energy, to compromise yourself and to settle for something that is less than what was designed for you, right? So why would you want to like, yeah, this reminds me of this class in Twin Flame Ascension School, where it's like, you have this gourmet dinner over here, but you're choosing to eat the cat poop, right? Don't eat the cat poop. That's very important. Get the meal instead. It has nutrients. It's very good for you. And it was very lovingly made. So yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I feel complete in terms of this video. I feel like I've shared everything in terms of confirmation and what you can do about it to get very clear on who is your twin flame or not. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like more guidance on your twin flame journey, feel free to request a consultation below, or, you know, get in touch with me and we'll get clear on those steps together. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.